you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight, a good one on Thursday night primetime. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week one. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
On one, ready? So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The tight end Fant in motion. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On one, ready? From the 25, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Can.
Gesicki, the man in motion. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
There's so much conversation around the NFL, Mike, about the importance of these preseason games. And while the final score certainly doesn't matter, there is the evaluation of your roster, your personnel. You can't replicate these live reps and simulate them in practice. So these are your moments. Go out, play fast, play confident. Build those reps that you need so when the regular season comes around, you're ready.
63.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. That's enough for a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Here's Barkley. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Saquon Barkley for the score. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And his guys will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the second time. And, Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
But we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question is...
That's the rookie first-round pick, Jahad Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The second down pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
The home team's offense ready to take over for their second possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Second down throw for Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's deep for the back of the end zone. John Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And his guys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. The first down throw for Burrow. This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
23 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll step up and run this. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
11.
First down. A gain of 5. And the Bengals first down.
11. Hot. 180. He's hot.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open left side is Gesicki. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
2nd and inches.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Line, ready?
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Gun. Hot. 180.
Now, Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield.
It is brought in the end zone. Andre Yosifov. Touchdown, Bengals.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Great. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 1st and 10.
3 yards. That's another first down.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. From the 33, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Trimmer.
The 33-yard line.
Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown has a touchdown.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
Team 17, visitors 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. We go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 17-7 is the score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. The tight end Fant in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Here's Flacco. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
24-yard gain on the play.
Play fake. Flacco now. That one pulled in. Mitchell Tinsley. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Bengals
to the air again. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. It is picked up by the defense. Inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And his guys up their lead. It's now 24-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
The Bengals take over.
The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here is Flacco. That's taken in by Tinsley. From the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 44-yard line.
First carry here, and it's Taj Brooks. And I don't think he's got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and...
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So, instead of third and short, it's now third and 6. From the shotgun, here is Flacco. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Throwing is Howell. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll throw with Howell. That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. Howell. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 by 6. 60 back. 60 back. 60 back.
To throw is Howell. He'll get this complete to Shipley. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Howell. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
Oh, and they had a shot there, Mike. Just overthrows his man, and this just comes down to just continuing to get on the same page. This is a feel throw, a feel route. Just puts a little too much air on it, and he just can't quite run it down.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Howell. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And on third down, that ball incomplete. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense are going to get set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
6 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here's Flacco on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Charlie Jones. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. On 1st down, Flacco. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Flacco gonna throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Howell. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
3-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Say, hey. Lion.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Give it up the middle to Brooks. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Let's go now.
Flacco to throw on 2nd down. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Mitchell Tinsley. Touchdown, Bengals. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get...
And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Gibson now on the return. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The home team's offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Complete to Cooper. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That one caught by Wilson. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. So, halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Reload, reload.
Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
their own
Bengals offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play fake. Flacco now.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Flacco. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again. Nakobe Dean getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun, it's Flacco. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it up. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Here we go, sack.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd
This is 3rd and 6.
Panther Street, Panther Street. Ready, ready. Liking, 18.
They'll throw with Howell. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Highland Branson for the touchdown.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
31. Visitors 20. Jake Elliott set.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Bengals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, here is Flacco. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Got it, ready?
on second down. Here's Flacco. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
13. But it brings up third down.
3rd and 2, and it's Flacco. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit
under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. Brandon Graham getting in there for the sack. It's got to feel great as he gets this preseason off on the right foot.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Flacco going to throw on 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go deep, and he will score. Mitchell Tinsley. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming. Flacco. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this game. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Once again, it's Bigsby. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Joseph Osai makes the tackle.
It's a gain of 3.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 9.
Here's Howard. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was tackled.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Howell. Open man. That's Gibson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
To throw is Howell. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
Throwing is Howell. He's got it at the 3.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Johnny Wilson. Touchdown.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And his guys are going to extend their lead.
Our home team 38. Visitors 28. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Now it's Howell. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Howell. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. They'll go play action here with Flacco. That'll be swung out wide to Brooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
First down. A gain of 14.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. To throw, it's Flacco on 1st and 10. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To throw is Flacco. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Brandon Graham. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
On 2nd down, Flacco. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Flacco. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one incomplete. Covering outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Flacco. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. It's all gone according to plan here in this preseason opener, and look to finish things strong here in the 4th quarter. They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Bigsby. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12.
It's a pickup of 12. And that will be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Bigsby. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. Complete to Tank Bigsby. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this two-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he will get into the end zone. Johnny Wilson for the score. That's his second touchdown tonight. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Everyone set as they go for two here.
The offense will line up for a 2-point
Back to throw. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack two more onto their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Brooks to begin this drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. The tight end, Fant, in motion. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Joe Flacco sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's...
From the gun on third down, it's Flacco. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 46.
On a handoff, Brooks. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, it's Flacco. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Bengals first down.
From the gun, it's Flacco. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be 3rd down. Flacco gonna throw again. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bengals first.
Throwing again, it's Flacco. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here is Flacco. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Flacco. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Okay, break.
They'll throw with Howell. He'll get this complete to Gibson. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
No, no. Let's go now. Up 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 2nd down, Bigsby. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll run right here with Bigsby. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Here's Bigsby. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.